in this scenario, to use your metaphor, the US has the bigger gun, and so China ends up having more to lose from this trade war, doesn't it? You know, it can't sustain the loss of 15% of its export market, i.e. what you export to the US.
Not at all. China is fully prepared to fight to the very end because the world is big enough that the United States is not the totality of the market in the world. So if the United States wants to go in that direction of completely shutting itself out from the China market, be my guest.
Yeah, and China will lose the US market, which, as I've said, is 15%.
We don't care. We don't care. China has been here for 5,000 years. Most of the time, there was no United States, and we survived. And if the United States wants to bully China, we will deal with the situation without the United States. And we expect to survive for another 5,000 years.
Problem is...
Shalom, Akim. Kahalayam La, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great minister and teacher who well. Peace and salutations be to the hopeful elect. But that's how I'm coming at you from the province of Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. Roll these windows up a little bit. So, today's lesson is going into this video about China saying they're fully prepared to fight until the end. Alright. You had another video released earlier today of China's businesses already suffering. Okay, a lot of businesses shutting down and factories being shut down because of this trade war. And so far, Trump's imposed a whopping 145% upon China on China's goods, and China's imposed a whopping 125% tariff on American goods. All right, so these guys are going back and forth, trying to see who's got the bigger balls here, you know. And every time Trump increases, China increases, and Trump's probably expecting them to back down and fold under the pressure. But China said they're ready to fight to the end. He said we've been here for 5,000 years, and we expect to be here another 5,000 years. All right, America ain't that old, man. Okay, America's about was America founded? America's not even 1,000 years old, man. America was founded not too long ago. 400, 500, maybe 600 years. Okay. China's pretty much the big brother in this sense. But America's it's on its downfall, man. It's on a it's on a steep downfall, a steep decline. Slovakia, I said 500, 600. It says America is 248 years old, which I believe this year they turned 250. No, it says in 2025, the USA will be 247 years old. The United States was founded on July 4th, 1776. So in 2025, it will have been 247 years since its founding. The 250th anniversary of its independence. Is in 2026. Okay. So there you have it. America's really only about, not even 300 years old. Okay. And that the average country reaches that 250 years old expiration date, average rulership, which America's ruling right now. But China just said it straight up. He said, America's not the world is a big place, and America is not the only one in the markets. Like, they want to exclude themselves from the markets. Be my guest. He said, what if she started asking him, like, what happens if, aren't you guys worried? And he was like, we do not care, pretty much, So they all for it. And I'm Chinese, man. The Moabites, they ain't playing no games. You seen their army? You seen how they train? You think these men gonna sit here and fold under that pressure? They don't even. American children in these schools, they don't train. They go outside and play tetherball and shit, and basketball for 5 minutes. And the rest of the time is spent communicating and hanging around. But these Moabites over there training for war, man. They grow up training for war. Okay? It's the book of Revelations 11 and verse 14. The second world is past, and behold, the third world cometh quickly. So that second world war is past already. But look, the third world war is coming fast. Okay? It's coming very fast. Let's look up when the second world war was. The Second World War was during 1939 through 1945. So look how fast the Third World War is coming afterwards. Let's see when the First World War was. July 28, 1914 through 1918. Lasted 4 years. Okay, so all these wars are taking place within 100 years, man. All right? All these wars taking place within 100 years. And you see it's always because of America. All right? America's had a hand in all of these world wars. Okay? So all these countries about to be at each other's neck, but it looks like everybody's rearing their heads up against Babylon alone. Okay, not against each other, but against Babylon. Babylon's betraying all of its friends, all of its close allies. Okay, and it's just making more enemies by the minute. Even the Republicans themselves are starting to question Trump's logic. All right, and regretting their vote, man. Okay. Trump had to come on, go into a conference in the meeting and reassure them that he's doing the right thing. All right, that he's going to say that he's got everything situated and everything's taken care of. But these people are worried, man. Okay. There's already memes coming out with Biden talking about "you miss me now," you know. It's just it's getting worse and worse, and this world is about to change before our very eyes. Not for the better, but for the worse. These things are not. He said he's gonna make America great again. He doesn't realize that he's out of time. Okay. You don't realize that the time is up for America. That's why he's trying to make a great change now, because he knows he's out of time. But he doesn't know that whatever he tries to do is going to further the decline of America, and it's going to hasten it as well. Okay. Revelations 12 and 12 says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." So this devil is showing he's having great wrath upon all the people. Everybody's suffering already. We got many people suffering already from these tariffs. Prices are about to hike up. Okay. Resources about to become more costly. And these are the things that we're going to have to deal with. Because this devil's running out of time, and he's trying to make a quick move. He's trying to make a quick checkmate, but he can't. Okay. He's been had in checkmate. He doesn't even realize it yet. Scripture say the other nations, your allies, they pretended to be your friend, but they really dug up a trap underneath you. They set a net underneath you. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. And you're finna be taken in that trap. They betrayed you. They set you up. Or as Jake would say, you've been backdoored. All right, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Grab this. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Okay, so they think they're going to continue forever. And the dwellings, okay, going to be to all generations. But these nations all came together in one agreement and decided on changing the name of their countries and lands and all of that, man. Just to deceive who? The Israelites. Just to keep them out of power. Just to keep us out of power, I should say. You know? Because they know once we come in power, we ain't having none of that shit. All that shit they got running, the reason they want to be ruling because they want to do whatever they want to do. Okay, they want to live their lives the way they want to live their lives. And that's just because of wicked men that's coming to the earth. So we gotta set things back in order. These niggas don't know what they're doing. They're like children. Alright? And children need to be taught. This book of Daniel, chapter 2, and verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Which is what? The kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of the Israelites. Everybody's looking and hoping to see who's going to be the next ruler? Who's going to be the next ruler? Is China going to take it? Is Russia going to take it? Is America going to continue to rule? Who's going to do it? Nobody's ever expecting, for it to be the Israelites. We in such a low state. We got no military. We got no land. Nobody's expecting Israel to rise up out of the ashes and take over this whole world, man. Well, we got a redeemer coming. That's why the scriptures say that people were amazed with the strangeness of our salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. All right, they was looking for Russia, they was looking for America or China. They weren't looking for us. They weren't looking for us to come into rulership. Okay, they couldn't even imagine it. All right, it's gonna have to be It's gonna have to be a mind-blowing event for the Lord to just turn the tide of battle that fast, out of nowhere, and in an instant. Okay, which is possible. The Lord is all powerful. Okay, the world is about to find out who the Lord has really been for this whole time. Okay. With that, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. Not for listening to truth and sincerity. So next time, Yahshua, I give all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Shalom.